Hi friends, today we'll discuss about fund transfers in banks. What is fund transfer? Movement of funds or money from one account to another account is called fund transfer. Types of fund transfers. Fund transfers can be same bank and self accounts, same bank, other customer account, NEFT, RTGS, ECS, IMPS, UPI, and international will be SWIFT and other transactions. Fund transfer, same bank, self accounts. In same bank, you are a customer, you are having two accounts in same bank and same customer name, transferring money between these accounts. In my example, ABC Bank, Mohan having two accounts, he wants to do a fund transfer from one account to another account. This is called fund transfer, same bank, self accounts. Fund transfer, same bank, other customer account. Transfer money between two customers accounts with the same bank. One account held by the Mohan, another account held by the Raju, same ABC bank. If you are transferring money from one account to another account, this is called fund transfer, same bank, other customer accounts. This is from the one customer to another customer, one bank to another bank, one organization to another organization. This will be done through NEFT, RTGS, ECS, IMPS, UPI. International fund transfer, transfer of money or funds from one account to another account and one customer to another customer, one country to another country, one currency to another currency. This is called international fund transfer. Channel to perform fund transfer. How to perform your fund transfer? You can go to a branch, bank's branch, and you request for the fund transfer, or if you are having a mobile banking, you can raise a request, go to ATM and you can do a fund transfer. If you are internet banking, you can do fund transfer. If you are having a bank app, you can do a fund transfer also. Electronic fund transfer, electronic transfer of money from one account to another account. Single financial institution across multiple institutions via computer based system without the direct intervention of the bank staff. So electronic fund transfer, you can transfer within the same financial institution, one institution to another institution without any bank staff's intervention. Manual fund transfer, manual fund transfer means you are one way is like through bank staff help, you are transferring money from one account to another account, or literally you are withdrawing money from one account and depositing in another account. Is a manual fund transfer. Mandatory information required for fund transfer. If you want to send a money from one account to another account, you need a sender's name, sender's account number, sender's bank and branch, type of account, beneficiary name, beneficiary account number, beneficiary bank and branch, type of account, beneficiary IFSC code, amount, remarks. Then only you can do a fund transfer from one organization to another organization. Fund transfer. Three types of fund transfer. Immediate transfer, like you want to transfer money from one account to another account, same day, same time. Recurring transfer. Every month you want to transfer particular amount from one bank to another bank. This is called recurring transfer. Future dated transfer. On a future date you want to do a one transfer. It may be next month 15th or next month 20th. You want to do one transfer from one account to another account. This is called future date transaction. Future dated transaction will be executed on the future date, not on the requested date. So you want to do a fund transfer. First you have to, one is like directly you can do a fund transfer, or you can add as a beneficiary, then you can do a fund transfer. Add beneficiary, modify the beneficiary, delete the beneficiary. Advantage is if you add a beneficiary, there won't be any data entry mistake. Next time you want to transfer, just select the beneficiary and you do the fund transfer. So while adding a beneficiary, you need a bank account number, name, bank name, branch, IFSC code. International fund transfer, you need IBAN, amount, charges, customer name, currency, conversion rate, purpose, everything you need it for a international fund transfer. Cooling period. The cooling period is defined as the time taken by the banks during which a remitter cannot transfer funds to a newly added beneficiary. For example, you want to do a fund transfer. First, you added him as a beneficiary, but after adding as a beneficiary, immediately you can't do a fund transfer. There will be a cooling period. It varies from 30 minutes to 4 hours. During this period, you can't do a fund transfer to newly added beneficiary. After 4 hours, you can do a fund transfer to newly added beneficiary. What are the limits? You have a different limit set by the corporate bodies, statutory limits set by the RBI and PCI. Some limits will be the bank, individual banks. Some limits will be decided by the customers. He wants only 10,000. Some limits will be channel based. If you are going to the branch, you want to do NEFT, this is the limit. If you are using internet banking, this is the limit. If you are using the mobile banking, this is the limit. This is also covers under limits. Activation and deactivation. Whatever the fund transfer option, you have a authority to activate or deactivate. You want NEFT, you can activate, or if you are not using NEFT, you can deactivate. So customer choice, willing to deactivate. Bank choice, for example, a new account is opened, all in deactivated status. After customer request, these will be activated. So if you new customer, all will be deactivated. One is bank choice, one is customer choice, and one is account status also. Thank you friends. If you like my video, please subscribe and share with your friends also.